వాళ్ళు ఇష్టం వచ్చినప్పుడు తీసుకోమని చెప్తున్నాను, మనకి ఏం ప్రాబ్లం లేదు. బ్యాక్ లైట్ అయిపోయింది. నేను ఈ లైట్లో నిలబడితే ఫేస్లు కనిపించట్లేదు.
ఏం ఉపయోగం బ్రదర్, ఫోటోలు తీసి వీడియో తీసి మాస్కులు పెట్టినాక. ఆడియో ఆఫ్లో ఉందని అంటున్నారు.
మాస్క్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఫామ్ చేసింది, మనం ఏం చేస్తాం?
సావధాన్.
సరే ఓకే అన్న, అది ఓకే. నేను కనుక్కున్నాను, వైట్ బ్యాలెన్స్ చేసేటప్పుడు చేయొద్దు అది కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ వాళ్ళు చేస్తున్నారు. చేసేదంట ఇక్కడ పన్ను పడుతుంది. అటు
సావధాన్. సావధాన్. సావధాన్.
ఏమన్నారు? వైట్ బ్యాలెన్స్ చేద్దన్నారు. అప్పుడు ఇంకా ఆన్లైన్లో లేదన్నారు కదా, తీసుకోలేదన్నారని వైట్ బ్యాలెన్స్ చేసాను. వైట్ బ్యాలెన్స్ చేయకపోతే బయటకి లోపలికి తేడా వచ్చేదా? ఇప్పటికీ ఆపోజిట్ డైరెక్షన్ పెట్టారు ఉన్నాయి, సన్లైట్ కొట్టేస్తుంది. ఇప్పటికీ ఆపోజిట్ డైరెక్షన్లో ఉన్నాయి కదా. ఆడియో వస్తుందా? ఆఫ్ చేసేవాళ్ళం. బ్రదర్ తట్టుకో తట్టుకో తట్టుకో
Good morning to the distinguished guests. On this memorable occasion of 72nd Republic Day celebrations by the High Court of Andhra Pradesh, I take immense pleasure in extending warm and hearty welcome to His Honorable Sri Justice Arup Kumar Goswami Ji, Chief Justice of High Court of Andhra Pradesh, Honorable Judges and respected family members of Honorable Chief Justice and Honorable Judges. I welcome the Learned Advocate General, Assistant Solicitor General, Chairman and members of AP Bar Council, Secretary AP High Court Advocates Association, government leaders, public prosecutor and members of legal fraternity. I heartily welcome registrars, judicial officers, staff members of High Court, print and electronic media, security wing of the High Court, ladies and gentlemen. On this momentous occasion of the Republic Day of our great democratic nation, I extend my heartiest wishes to one and all. With the permission of my Lord, the Honorable Chief Justice, the function may be commenced with Vande Mataram by the advocates and staff members of High Court.
స్టాండ్ బై ఉన్నారా ఇది రాదు
वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां तस्य श्यामलां मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् सुप्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी पुल्लकुसुमित द्रुमदल शोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुर भाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्
My lords, you are all aware that on this day, in the year 1950, the Constitution of India came into effect. It marks the day when India gets truly independent, thus turning the nation into a newly formed republic. As a part of commemorating this day, let us commence celebrations. Now I request my Lord, the Honorable Chief Justice, Sri Arup Kumar Goswami, to unfurl the national flag, followed by national anthem on police band. Now, patriotic songs by the staff members of High Court.
जय 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 प्रिय भारत जननी त्रिदिव्यदात्री। जय 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 प्रिय भारत जननी त्रिदिव्यदात्री। जय 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 शतसहस्र नर नारी हृदय नेत्री। जय 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 शतसहस्र नर नारी हृदय नेत्री। जय 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 प्रिय भारत जननी त्रिदिव्यदात्री। जय जय सस्यामल सुश्यामचल चेलांचल। जय वसंत कुसुमदला चलित ललित चूर्ण कुंतल। जय मदीय हृदयाशय लाक्षारुण पदयुगला। जय 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 प्रिय भारत जननी त्रिदिव्यदात्री। जय दिशांतगत शकुंत दिव्य गान परितोषण। जय गायक वैतानिक गण विशाल पद विहरण। जय मदीय मधुर गेय चुंबित सुंदर चरणा। जय 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 प्रिय भारत जननी त्रिदिव्यदात्री। जय 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 प्रिय भारत जननी त्रिदिव्यदात्री। देश से ही प्यार तो हर पल ये कहना चाहिए। मैं रहूं या ना रहूं भारत ये रहना चाहिए। देश से ही प्यार तो हर पल ये रहना चाहिए। मैं रहूं या ना रहूं भारत ये रहना चाहिए। सिलसिलाए बाद मेरी यूं ही चलना चाहिए। मैं रहूं या ना रहूं भारत ये रहना चाहिए। मेरी नस नस तार कर दो बल एक सितार। चाहे भारत मुझ पे छेड़ो चंचलाओ बार बार। देश से ये प्रेम आंखों में छलकना चाहिए। मैं रहूं या ना रहूं भारत ये रहना चाहिए। देश से ही प्यार तो हर पल ये कहना चाहिए। मैं रहूं या ना रहूं भारत ये रहना चाहिए। मैं रहूं या ना रहूं भारत ये रहना चाहिए। हे भारत जननी वीर धीर चरितो वेलिगे धरणी। हे भारत जननी वंदनं जननी ममु चल्लग काची दीविंचम्मा जननी। हे भारत जननी నాలుగు వేదములు నాలుగు దిక్కుల నీ ఖ్యాతిని ప్రసరింపగా। నాలుగు వేదములు నాలుగు దిక్కుల నీ ఖ్యాతిని ప్రసరింపగా। ఐక్యతతో ఆ ఖ్యాతిని పెంచి విశ్వమంతటా చాటేము। వందనం జననీ మము చల్లగా కాచి దీవించమ్మా भारत जननी हे भारत जननी हे भारत जननी। यह डाल डाल पर सोने की चिड़िया करती है बसेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। जहाँ डाल डाल पर सोने की चिड़िया करती है बसेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। जहाँ सच्चा हिंसा और धर्म का पग पग लगता देरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। ये धरती वो जहर ऋषि मुनि जपते प्रभु नाम की माला, जहाँ हर बालक एक मोहन है और राधा एक बाला, और राधा एक बाला। जहाँ सूरज सबसे पहले आकर डाले अपना फेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। जहाँ गंगा जमुना कृष्णा और कावेरी बहती जाए, जहाँ उत्तर दक्षिण पूरब पश्चिम को अमृत पिलवाए, ये अमृत पिलवाए। कहिए फल और फूल उगाए केसरी बन कहीं बिकेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। अलबेलों की इस धरती के त्योहार भी है अलबेले, कहीं दिवाली की जगमग है, होली के कहीं मेले, होली के कहीं मेले। जहाँ राग रंग और हंसी खुशी का चारों ओर है घेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। जहाँ आसमान से बातें करते मंदिर और शिवालय, किसी नगर में किसी द्वार पर कोई न ताला डाले, और प्रेम की बस जहाँ बजाता आए शाम सवेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। जहाँ डाल डाल पर सोने की चिड़िया करती है बसेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। जहाँ सच्चा हिंसा धर्म का बग बग लगता देरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। जय भारती जय भारती जय भारती जय भारती। जय हिंद।
Thank you very much. May I now request Sri J.U.M.V. Prasad, Secretary, Andhra Pradesh High Court Advocates Association, to deliver his Republic Day message.
To all. The Honorable Chief Justice Sri Arup Kumar Goswami ji, the Honorable Judges of High Court, spouses of Honorable Judges, the Learned Advocate General, the Chairman Bar Council of AP, the Additional Advocates General, the Assistant Solicitor General of India, the State of Andhra Pradesh, the Public Prosecutor, the designated senior counsels, the senior members of the bar, the registrars of our High Court, and my brother and sister advocates, the members of Bar Council of Andhra Pradesh, staff of High Court, advocate clerks, association staff, the police, media and security staff, very good morning to all of you. I am representing the Bar Association of High Court as secretary and stood before you since our beloved President Sri Y.V. Ravi Prasad, a senior advocate, has submitted his resignation due to pressure of his legal work and handed over the charge to me. Even though his resignation is not accepted still by the general body, as a principal, he is not attending the function of the and delegated his duties to me to represent the association. We are assembled here to celebrate one of the precious days of our nation, that is 72nd Republic Day of our country. On this memorable occasion, I take the pleasure to greet you all for your august presence here. Under the clear sky, the Indian tricolor flag is unfurled by our beloved Chief Justice in the august presence of the Honorable Judges of our High Court and members of the Bar and the esteemed guests. It is a great privilege for me to become a part of this great function. Sir, our leaders and freedom fighters got down to the task of giving real freedom to the people by vesting sovereignty in them. What was accomplished in the process was a beautiful document, that is the Constitution of India. On 26 January 1950 was chosen to dedicate the same, a gem of jurisprudence, to the people of this country, and thus the Republic of India was born. This is the day on which our thoughts should go back to pay homage to the founding fathers of our Constitution, whose far-sighted vision and strenuous efforts gave us the Indian Constitution, which enshrined the traditional concept of liberty, equality, and fraternity, adding to them the concept of justice, social, economic, and political, and declaring our nation as sovereign, socialist, and democratic republic. Sir, it is an occasion to salute the brave personnel of our armed forces who stand guard to defend the unity and territorial integration of the nation. Republic Day gives scope to us to assess how much has been achieved and how much is still to be achieved. It is no doubt true that each of us have a responsibility to ensure and strengthen our country. Our legal institution, which is responsible for the administration of justice with strong justice delivery system, and it will play a pivotal role to safeguard the rights of our citizens enshrined in the Constitution of India and to enhance the quality of their lives. I wish the harmonious relationship between the bench and bar will continue forever to uphold the dignity of the legal system and for smooth running of judicial functions. Sir, on this great occasion, I would like to share my experience in this newly established High Court in this place. You all know, after bifurcation of our common High Court at Hyderabad, we were virtually dumped in Nelapadu. We were sent along with a noble and supportive then acting Chief Justice, the Honorable Justice Ravindra Kumar Garu, and the then Registrar General, Honorable Justice Sri Manavandana Rai Garu. They were our torchbearers and receptors in the initial hard days. Sir, my heartfelt gratitude to you, sir, for your immediate support extended to advocate fraternity with your impeccable patience. Still, we have several issues and problems from our side. The COVID pandemic has created a big gap between registry and advocates. Since no physical filing is being allowed due to COVID, and we are constrained to make e-filing, there are several practical difficulties for uploading the cases and also as to listing of cases and for obtaining the order copies. Initially, the time for uploading the cases is fixed up to 3 p.m. Now, the same is reduced to 1:30 p.m. In view of the reduction of the time for uploading the cases, the advocates are facing a serious problem. Apart from that, even though we have uploaded the matters within time frame fixed by the registry, the office is not listing the matters for admission next day, even though they are numbered. Further, in some of the cases, even though filed within the time, the registry is not numbering the cases for so many days and keeping the matters pending, and after repeated persuasions, they are being numbered. This entire numbering process takes at least 1 week for getting a fresh matter posted, and there is a lot of communication gap between the registry and the advocates for contacting and pursuing as to listing of the matters and obtaining the order copies, etc. Even though some phone numbers are provided, none of the officers will attend to the phone calls, nor they will pick up the phones, maybe due to their busy work. It is not exhaustion to say that the advocates and the clientele have become frustrated with the procedure being adopted by the registry. Even though several representations are made, unfortunately they were not been attended to come to our rescue. Another important problem is once the matter is adjourned for a particular day, they are not listing again as per the directions of the Honorable Court. This has become a serious problem for the advocates in most of the matters where extension of intermediates are required. The advocates are troubling themselves like anything for non-listing of the matters, even though they have uploaded several letters to the registry, none of them are being attended. Another important problem is that most of the orders are not being uploaded in the website. Suppose the orders are uploaded in the website of the High Court, it will be easier for the advocates and their clients to take the order copy, since none of the clerks and advocates are not being allowed into the registry due to COVID situation. The Honorable Chief Justice provides some time. You can explain in detail the problems of the Association of Advocates. Another important problem is with regard to working of the display boards. They are not properly working. Because of this, we are unable to know the update information as to which are the items going on in different courts, with which we are also missing the cases not in the court. If the display boards are updated for proper working, it will be useful for the advocates. Another important humble suggestion I would like to make to the Honorable Chief Justice is that the COVID situation is almost came to an end and the normalcy is restored in Andhra Pradesh, and the same is revealed from the day-to-day statistics provided by the government. At present, only around 100 and 150 cases are being identified every day in entire state. As the COVID situation is totally under control, some of the courts can be reopened for physical hearing on experimental basis so that to have effective way of making submissions in the courts. Insofar as the virtual hearing is concerned, we have several internet problems, but we are going with the same system since it is inevitable in the COVID situation. As the normalcy is almost restored, physical hearing and the physical filing can be allowed to some extent while continuing the virtual hearing also. The members of the bar are making all the submissions to the Honorable Chief Justice with fond hope that his lordships will come to our rescue by considering our grievances. I am not intending to trouble anybody, but our intention is to work together and overcome from the troubles. Thank you very much to the registry for providing this opportunity. Thank you, Arindal. Jai Hind.
May I now request Sri Ganta Ramarao, Chairman Bar Council of the Andhra Pradesh, to deliver Republic Day message.
The Honorable Chief Justice Sri Arup Kumar, Justice Arup Kumar Goswami ji, the Honorable Judges of the High Court and their family members, the Land Advocate General, Land Public Prosecutor, Assistant Solicitor General, Senior Advocates, Mr. Secretary and members of the High Court Advocates Association, registrars and the staff of the High Court, police personnel and media friends. Ladies and gentlemen, at the outset, I convey my warm greetings to all of you on the way of 72nd Republic Day celebrations. My dear friends, I raise my head very high today because we are able to celebrate these Republic Day celebrations due to the contribution that was made by the persons belong to this noble profession to which I belong. Many stalwarts, almost every leader to name who led the freedom movement belong to this noble profession. We did not rest there. I also proudly say that in the first parliament, more than 30% of the members of the parliament belong to this profession. My dear friends, even in framing the constitution, in almost a number of committees, a representation that was given to the persons belong to this profession is very high, especially the drafting committee, the chairman of which is Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar ji, and including Ambedkar ji, there are 8 members belong to this profession who deliberated and who has scrutinized all the documents in the world and taken the best out of that and gave a wonderful document called as Constitution of India. Not only that, my dear friends, they did not rest there. In the form of preamble, they made it, this is the, on behalf of the entire citizens of the country, the starting the words, we the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into sovereign, socialistic, secular, democratic republic. Therefore, it is not somebody or few people who taken up that responsibility or imposed upon the citizenry. They made it on behalf of the entire citizen of this country. Therefore, responsibility is on part of every one of us, each one of us, to see that values that was enshrined in the Constitution are duly protected and preserved. My dear friends, 26th January 1950, though we got the freedom on 15th August 1947, real freedom, Purna Swaraj, we could claim when this wonderful constitution came into existence on 26th January 1950. My dear friends, we though there is a lot of contribution in the initial stage, till the constitution is prepared, slowly the role that is played by the persons belong to these professions coming down. If you notice that the representation that is presently in the parliament is come down to 4% from 30% in the first parliament. It indicates that either once upon a time the people look to this profession to lead them slowly. Either it is responsible that there is a dilution in the values in the present system, or there is a dilution in the value system in the profession. Therefore, it is the time to think and introspect ourselves and take back that role which we have played and play that even today, so that that particular whatever we get the advantage of the freedom, we will not be lost. In the words of Rabindranath Tagore, when you are fearless, you can raise your head. Therefore, keeping in that mind, it may be an occasion again for us to play our due role, to preserve the values, protect the values of this democratic system. And everybody feels that I have nothing to do with the system. Somebody is there. It is not correct. Every one of us are the responsible. My friend just narrated, Mr. Prasad, number of difficulties that are faced by the legal fraternity. My dear friend, compared to the that sacrifices that were made by our predecessor in this provision, what we are facing, the troubles are very trivial, very small, and we need not bother about them. All those things will not fetter us. But I take this opportunity to congratulate all the members belong to this judiciary and the staff who has worked heavily, because we can understand that facing that present system, sitting before the computers and as if a regular courts are going on without any interval, sitting that much time and paying attention itself is sacrifice that is being made. Therefore, problems will be there, problems will go. Those problems are shorter than the real purpose. Therefore, we need not fretted by those problems. I have no doubt in my mind, and the Honorable Chief Justice and other concerned will pay their attention to minimize the problems that is being faced by the legal fraternity. With these few words, I thank the organizers to give me this opportunity to participate in these celebrations. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Sri Subramaniam Sri Ram, Learned Advocate General, High Court of Andhra Pradesh, to deliver Republic Day message.
My Lords, the Honorable the Chief Justice, Honorable Judges, members of the families of Honorable Judges, Senior Advocates, Law Officers, Public Prosecutor, Assistant Solicitor General, the Learned Senior Counsel, Chairman Bar Council, Mr. Ganta Ramarao, Mr. J.U.M.B. Prasad, registrars, and every soul that has gone into making this function such a goosebump creating function. I extend my warm greetings to you one and all on the 72nd Republic Day. What a concept, where the citizen is the true sovereign, and the citizens give to this country the longest constitution ever written, the idea that was still in the works and in 1947 to 1950, and the humility with which all of us acknowledge, with the number of amendments that have come by, that it is still a work in progress. Each one of those who have laid their lives for the purpose of ensuring that we leave behind the colonial rule that has happened to us and breathe a whiff of fresh air deserves mention, not only on the occasion of Republic Day, but in continuing gratitude that all of us owe to all of those great souls who sacrificed everything that is tangible and intangible for the purposes of making a free India a reality. When we talk of citizens being the sovereign, we talk of every other possibility of the functioning of the Constitution to orient itself to making the citizen the true sovereign. And that is where the institution of judiciary has stood as a bulwark against any possible excesses, incidental or otherwise, towards ensuring that citizen continues to be the sovereign. Happy occasions will have to leave space for problematic areas to some other day. Every time this function is marked with the tradition and fervor, and when the national anthem is played, it makes all of us teary-eyed and makes us shudder with all the bliss that comes with freedom. All of us would be responsible, would take care of ourselves to ensuring that this hard-fought freedom is kept as resolute, as chaste, as pure as it was intended to be. And all of us would strive to ensure that this hard-fought freedom with citizen-centric democracy and rule of law is not surrendered for any times to come. I thank the institution for having invited all of us to the function. God bless India. Thank you.
Thank you, Learned Advocate General. May I now request Milord, the Honorable Chief Justice, Sri Arup Kumar Goswami ji, to give His Lordship's Republic Day message.
Namaskar. Mr. J.U.M.B. Prasad, Secretary, Andhra Pradesh High Court Advocates Association, Ganta Rama Rao, Chairman, Bar Council of Andhra Pradesh, S. Sriram, Advocate General, Andhra Pradesh, my esteemed colleagues in the bench and their spouses, members of the Bar Association, Registrar General, and the other officers and staff of the High Court, members of the legal fraternity, judicial officers, police personnel present, members of the press, both media and electronic and print, ladies and gentlemen present. At the very outset, I extend my heartiest greetings on this auspicious and joyous occasion of the Republic Day. As you all know, on this day, in the year 1950, the Constitution, which was adopted by the Constituent Assembly on 26th of November 1949, came into effect. And with the coming into effect of the Constitution of India, the transition of our country towards an independent republic was final and complete. This is an occasion for us to ponder, reflect, and introspect how we have worked the Constitution all these years. I'm very happy to be able to participate in today's celebrations. On the last Independence Day, when I was in this High Court of Sikkim, I could not take part in the celebrations as I was confined to my residence, having to undergo quarantine for 28 days because of COVID-19 pandemic. I am very new here. It is only less than 3 weeks that I have taken oath as the Chief Justice of this august institution. And I must place on record that I am humbled by the kind of reception I was given on my arrival in the state of Andhra Pradesh and continued thereafter. In the meantime, I had held court proceedings for 8 days to be precise. And I must confess that interactions in the court have been very lively. And it has been a wonderful experience for me. I thank all concerned for making my initial foray in this prestigious institution excellent. Even as a resident of the state of Assam, I was aware that the Andhra Pradesh High Court had a hallowed and rich tradition, heritage, and a great legacy. And I will try to do utmost to see to it that the High Court of Andhra Pradesh goes from strength to strength. There are challenges for all kinds of institutions, but they may vary in form. The challenges may be different, and judiciary is no exception. Indian judiciary is working under considerable stress and strain. There are a number of handicaps: lack of resources, lack of fund, lack of staff, lack of infrastructure, and so on and so forth. Increasing number of institutional cases, mounting arrears, accumulation, congestion in courts, and law's inevitable delays have taken a toll on Indian judiciary. But then, when you consider the size of the country, the diversity of the conditions, the size of the population, range and variety of cases, and the sheer volume of litigation in all our courts spread all over the country, it will be no exaggeration to say that since the time we made our tryst with destiny, Indian judiciary has carried a phenomenal burden which perhaps no other judiciary in the world had to shoulder. This is largely possible because of the most distinguished role played by the lawyer community. Judiciary as an institution is supposed to be the sentinel in the qui vive, and in order to sustain and demonstrate its inalienable traits, in order to command respect of the people. As a constituent of a wing of democratic governance, we have to be uncompromisingly responsible and transparent in our dealings. Of late, a fleeting sense of skepticism has set in, raising discomfiting queries about the very efficacy of the justice delivery mechanism. With due commitment, resolve, and singularity of purpose, we must try to restore confidence on the teeming masses, on the system in its pristine glory. We must all try to inculcate a sense of belonging to the cause, and by rising above our personal accomplishments, contribute individually and collectively to improve the system. With these few words, I thank you all present for gracing the occasion. Thank you. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
we have the good fortune of hearing inspiring speeches of my Lord, the Honorable the Chief Justice, and other dignitaries. We cherish them ever and see that they percolate down the order. We continue to serve our motherland and take this opportunity and occasion to pay homage to our martyrs who sacrificed their lives for motherland and creating a democratic republic for ourselves. We thank the Honorable Chief Justice for taking personal attention in guiding us for conducting this Republic Day function. We thank all the Honorable Judges and family members for their gracious presence. We also thank the Learned Advocate General, Chairman and members of Bar Council, Secretary, AP High Court Education, Learned Advocates, Registrars, Judicial Officers, staff, police personnel, print and electronic media for attending the Republic Day celebration and making this event memorable. Now it is time for National Anthem by the advocates and staff of High Court.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद।
With the permission of the Honorable Chief Justice, I declare that the flag hoisting ceremony is concluded. I now request all the dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, to kindly have snacks and tea arranged inside the